Yeah, old school. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, this ain't for everybody. Some of y'all need to hear this. I know you're in the trenches fighting, but check it out. I'm gonna put it down like this so I can help the saints understand. Everything you're going through is all part of the master plan. Or what? You thought cause you got saved everything was gonna be peaches and cream? You better wake up, son. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. Faith without works is dead. Read your Bible, you know what it says. He who don't work don't eat. Slackers don't get fed. Yeah, Jesus said he who puts his hands to the plow looks back the same ain't fit. Some of y'all ain't been in the trenches 5 minutes and you about ready to quit. I ain't mad at ya, I'm just hitting you with the real. If you died for me and I was still tripping, now how you think that make you feel? Check this out, deep game, this here's deep. Some of y'all ain't sawing nothing but you started trying to reach. But unto him who is able to possess your fathers by his glory. Struggles might be part of your testimony, but it ain't the end of the story. Now the point is this was prophesied way back in the day. Choir, sing your hook right here and see if the church can relate.
I know we can make it. I know good and well. I can work it out. Work it out. Yeah, he'll work it out. I know we can make it. We can make it. I know good and well. I can work it out. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yeah.
Thinking not strange, the fiery trials were to try you. You say, why you? But your church say, what would Jesus do? Why you asking if he ain't trying to do what he's saying? He told you he was going to have tribulations, but you thought he was playing. 1 minute you tell him how good God is and can't nobody beat your talk. The next minute you're backsliding so fast, it's like you're moonwalking. Oh yeah, I'm preaching to myself because I ain't no better. It ain't like I've been following his every word, obeying it to the letter. So we soldiers, we got to remember that. Regroup, stay on point. Yeah, bow down, confess, repent, stay humble, let him anoint. It ain't easy as I thought it was. I'd be lying if I told you that. But it showed up getting better all the time. Trust me, that's a fact. Ain't nothing we going through that can't be handled. God put that on his son. Like they say, you can shout now if you want to, cause the battle's already won. So while you're going through the valley, don't even trip. You're gonna be on top. Choir, sing your hook line one more again. This time you don't stop.
I know we can make it. We can make it. I know good and well.
Yeah, we're going to pump the brakes right there. I had to give a minute to Big Boy upstairs because, you know, we living in those kind of crazy times, you know, and it's my belief, and I hope it is yours too, you know, that things are going to get better, going to get changed or something, because it can't keep being like this. You know what I'm saying? This is your host, Lamont Patterson, and you're listening to I Am Indie. So we just want you to sit back, chill. We got something special coming to you real soon here. We got a dynamic, sultry vocalist, Rajdulari. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. But anyway, my people saying that her plane is circling the airport, and she's going to be landing real soon right here. And I heard her jet's going to be parking right next to my jet because, you know, queens have jets. But kings have jets too. But I understand her jet is bigger than my jet. But anyway, sit back, chill for a second. Let's see if our guest has arrived, and we'll be right with you.
I am Indie. With your host, Lamont Patterson. I'm independent, but a minute. I'm feeling fine all the time. On my grind. I am Indie. Alicia Rain at the wave.
Yeah, I am Indie, baby. Y'all know who you listening to. Rajdulari, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, how are you?
I'm blessed. I'm glad to be here. How you doing? Please forgive me for acting silly a few minutes ago.
That's all right.
Forgive me for acting. I was in one of those moods. You know what I mean?
That's all right.
I know. Yeah, man. I was just sitting up here, listening to your music a few minutes ago. Oh man, you got it, girl. You the bomb, man. You got a new fan.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, well, we're going to get right into this interview. I mean, you got a ton of accolades here, top 100 Billboard R&B charts, Best Jazz Band, New England Urban Music Awards, Boston Music Awards, Boston Phoenix Awards. Girl, you've been doing your thing.
Hey, I try my best, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, listen, we're going to start, and I always like to get to know the artist. And I know, you got all these great things going on. You know, you're new albums and new songs where our listeners are going to be able to put their ear on in a few seconds. But tell our listeners a little bit who you are. You know, I like to know something about the artist. You know, a lot of us started out in the church, so can you share a little about with our listeners? I mean, did you start in the school? Did you have music in your family? You know, because I know there's other young ladies out there that want to know you, want to know how you got started and all that. So let's start at the beginning. Is that okay with you?
Of course, thank you. Yes, I've been a musician for a professional musician for about 20 years now. I did start in the church. I'm a Midwest girl. I was originally from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and my grandfather was a pastor. My mother was the choir director, and I started out singing.
I knew it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, so I just, music has always been a part of my life, either from my family or from, growing up in school. And then later on, as I got older, I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and then I moved to New York, and, I've just been grinding and doing my best to push the music forward ever since.
Oh, and from what I've heard, you've been doing a fantastic a job at it. Who were some of the artists that inspired you? There's
a lot of folks. It's funny, I was just listening to this old Anita Baker video from North Sea Jazz Festival and thinking about how much I really admired her growing up, and Chaka Khan and Sarah Vaughan and Carmen McRae and Betty Carter, for your, jazz fans out there. I really, really enjoyed listening to a lot of vocalists and some folks. One of my favorite London artists is a man named Omar Laifouk. I really love his funk and jazz soul mix. So just about everybody. And, I love everything from Annie Lennox and Celine Dion to Sarah Vaughan and, Patti LaBelle. So I think it's all played some sort of a role in my musical development.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I mean, it's great to just even hear you say that because, I talk to so many different artists, and, being an artist myself, they say, I ask them stuff, and they're like, well, I got my own style, and I got my own thing, you know what I mean? But I'm like, we're all of a product of our environment some way or another. We all, got something from somebody. If you listen to anybody growing up, how can you deny them?
Right, exactly. And I think there's nothing new under the sun either, you know what I mean? So, all this music that people think they have invented now, if you listen back to the 20s and 30s, 40s, 50s, you'll hear those elements over and over again. So, But I love it.
I know it's terrible. It's let me see, it's a blessing and a curse sometimes, I say. One of your songs I was listening to earlier, I want to get our listeners' ear on this one, and then I want to come back and chop it up with you some more, because when I heard this, I mean, I just fell in love. Actually, I fell in love with the production. I fell in love with your voice, and I want our listeners to fall in love with it too. So that particular song is called Open Air.
Oh, okay.
So can you, I don't know, why don't you tell us a little about that, and then I'll play it.
Sure. So Open Air is a song I wrote actually for my husband before we got married. I had been single for quite a while, and then I met this really awesome, smart, nerdy, but dope Brooklyn dude, and I never thought that I would settle down again, and he just, to hug him made me feel like a breath of fresh air. And so as I was starting to date him, I was actually in the process of writing this album. And so Open Air is kind of my love letter to him and how grateful I am and was at the time, too, for our relationship. So it's a love song.
All right.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we shall. Hey, everybody, you know what I like to say, what I always say. Let the windows down, turn the air conditioner up, and put your ears on this. This is Open Air.
still can't believe that you even exist. After all this time, I've been single for so long. You say such sweet things to me. I never even imagined that love could be like this. And I'm so grateful. That I'm so very grateful to have you in my life. I just want to show you, you make me feel like I'm floating on air. When you hold me to you, when you hold me close, it feels so good. I can breathe for the first time in a long, long while. When you kiss me good, say I'll be floating. There's no place that I can go where your love won't find me. 'Cause it's everywhere I breathe, and you can see it on my face. So tell me that right here is where you always want to be. Let me fulfill your heart's desire and feel my love floating all around you. I want to show you how much I adore you. Let me hold you, say I love you while I'm floating. Baby, when you hold me close, it feels so good. I can breathe for the first time in a long, long while. When you kiss me good, then I'll be floating. I sat and prayed to God for you, made a wish on this love of mine, but then you came better than I imagined. Just wanna love you for a long, long time. Don't ever doubt the fact that I love you. It's as sure as the sun will shine. It's you for me, it's me for you. We'll be together and in love for a long, long time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, it's alright. Let her know. When you kiss me, and you wish me good night for the rest of my life. Let me fulfill your heart's desire because I love you, babe. I wanna give it to you, baby. I wanna show you how much I adore you, how much I love you, babe. Yeah, yeah, I do. When you pull me to you and you say it's alright, feel my body relax. La da da la da da. When you kiss me and you wish me good night, I'll be floating on air.
Yes, that was the bomb. I'm loving that song.
Thank you. I love it too.
Yeah, I'm loving that song. I like the airy feel to it. Say, So what do you do? Tell us a little bit about your little creative process, because everybody writes songs differently. Some people pull from their personal experiences. Other people just get that little thing that they get early in the morning, that little knock, that little angel would be like knocking in your ear.
I think it depends really on the song. Sometimes I hear things in a dream, like the song. I have an album called Honey Wine, and the first title track on that album, I heard the bass line in a dream, and I literally woke up singing it. And then some songs like Open Air came to me out of a dating experience. Journey of a Woman, which is the second album, and the first title track of that song. I wrote with my producer, Aaron Brooks Roberts, and actually my producer, Aaron Brooks Roberts, wrote a lot of this music with me and most of Journey of a Woman, the second album, with me. And so sometimes what happens is I'll come to him and say, I got this bass line that I can't get out of my head, or I've got this melody I can't get out of my head, and, what do you think about this? And then we'll just sit down and go through it together. Or sometimes I'll have like a full concept of how I want the song to go from start to finish, and he just helps me, improve on the instrumentation. So it really varies. I think it's the creative process. As long as you're open to it and you're open to receiving whatever music comes to you at the time, songs can hit you anywhere, anytime, any place.
And one thing you said that was special, that you remembered when you woke up, because sometimes you remember something when you sleep and it sounds good, and you say,
yeah,
wake up, and that you're in that little twilight sleep, and you say, yeah, I'm going to remember that, so as soon as I get up, I'm going to put it down, and boy, when you wake up, you're like, I know I was supposed to remember something.
Yeah, I keep my phone right next to me because you never know. It definitely hits me, so... but yeah, I'm grateful for that. There are sometimes when I have dreams of music and I don't remember it when I wake up, and I'm so brokenhearted. But sometimes I get lucky and it stays with me. So.
Yeah, they keep telling me I need to get one of those little one of those little hand recorders and stuff, and I get around to getting
yeah.
it. So listen, you work with you have multiple producers? I mean, you work with the same band, or what's going on with that? I didn't even ask you earlier. Do you play yourself?
I play a little bit of keyboard, but what I really love to do is do vocal arranging, complex harmonies, vocal harmonies. So my instrument is in my body, my voice. But I do definitely use the keyboard to arrange my songs, to play my songs. But I would never say that I play as well as my producer. He's the one that can really throw down. That's one of the things that I think in terms of musicians and people that I've worked with before in the past. Right now, the band that I have, I met when I first moved to Denver. I've only been in Denver for the last 3 years. And when I moved here, I had to completely hire all new musicians. But then I was blessed that my producer that I worked with in Jersey, my best friend he's married to my best friend, and she's a really incredible violinist. Her name is Monique Brooks Roberts, and she's on the album that you've heard. And all of us work well together. We're like a little musician family, and so. After we moved to Denver in 2016, they actually decided to move to Denver as well, and they have their own projects, and I have my projects, and we always collaborate and work together. So from a producer standpoint, I've been working with Aaron Brooks Roberts for a long time. I've also worked with Alex Scott. I've worked with Camilo Kratz, which is out of New York, at Soundworks Studio in Astoria. And I'm currently about to start working with another producer and guitarist and songwriter. His name is Callum Bear. And they, together, Callum and Aaron have been working with me on album number 3, which is currently in process. And I'm so excited because I can't wait to see what else we create out of what we've already done. So.
What I'm hearing too, that you work with so many different producers. And I know some artists tend to want to only deal with one producer, but I'm liking the idea, and I've always felt that when you're an artist and you deal with different producers, you have, or at least they have the ability to pull different things out of you that maybe the artists themselves don't even know that they have in them. And it just gives you a broader experience. Would you agree with that?
Definitely. I think at the end of the day, I'm a musician, and I'm open to wherever the music takes me. I think, if you try to pigeonhole yourself or say, I'll only work with one person, and definitely it feels good. Janet Jackson worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and obviously that was a great collaboration, and they made great, great music together. So I think there's something to be said for when you have someone that you're so familiar with and that you work well together with. It's great to keep that relationship going. But I'm always open. I'm always open to any possibilities and anybody who wants to create with me. And I think it's fun, and I think it challenges you to grow. I think it really brings you out of your own box and helps you, see what other music could be created. When I moved to Denver, I really was intent on trying to make music with as many people as possible, because I think sometimes as a musician, especially as a singer, you can kind of pigeonhole yourself into one sound, and I never wanted to do that. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see different people.
Right, and I totally agree with you 150% on that one. As an artist, why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Usually on my show, I only play like one or two songs of the artists that I'm interviewing. But guess what? I got about 90 of your songs.
Okay.
Okay, I'm being silly again. But listen, we have, let me see, Miracles, Peace, Black Girl, and Honey Wine. So which one should I go with now?
I would say play Black Girl. It's a really powerful song. It's really a love song that I wrote to my fellow sisters of color. It's a song that I think celebrates us and who we are. It's a song that also features my best friend, the one that I was talking to you about. It features Travis Antoine on trumpet. And it's just a really powerful love story about really loving yourself and supporting yourself, even when you don't think you can soar, you can actually fly. And Black girls, as we know, are magic, and this song is a tribute to that.
Fantastic. Well, here we go, everybody. Let the windows down, turn the air conditioner up. This is Rajdulari with Black Girls.
Black girl singing in the dead of night. Take your broken wings and learn to fly. All of your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Black girl walking down the street at night. Take your brilliant dream straight to the sky. All your life, you work down to the bone so that your babies can survive. Black girl, fly. Black girl, fly into the light of the dark black night. When you're all alone and you're feeling scared, you can. When you're on your own and you feel sad, you can. Don't you ever let nobody take what's yours, you can. And from before you were born, God put his hands on you. He said, that one's mine. So even in your darkest hour, just remember God told you that you can. That you're protected, you're safe, you're delivered, you can. can fly, fly. No one keeps you grounded. You can. As far as you want to, as high as you need to go. You can. You can. Girl, you are so divine and you shine so brightly. You are royal, no question. You are God's and God's alone. Don't take heart, don't be scared. You can fly, you can. Fly, fly. Okay, your girl Miss Dramaganza, check. Lip gloss, check. Mascara, check. I am indie with the homie K Diddy, check. You listening to Blog Talk Radio, baby, and I love you for it. Mwah.
Yeah. We back with our guest today, Rajdulari, with another powerful song. I'm loving what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of other black females out there would definitely appreciate that song too. It's seems like everybody know that you guys are running things right about now.
I don't know about that, but we still not trying.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to get some brownie points. You know you guys been making us think we've been running things, but it's really been you guys all the time.
Well, I do think that women of color have been at the forefront of a lot of the, progressive change that's happened in the world, or at least in our communities, but we need all the help we can get. So, I think it's a community effort. How about that?
Okay, I see you being politically correct. I understand. I feel you. I understand. But we can say what we want to say.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah, but listen, as a female artist in this business, I mean, how has it been for you? I mean, because you hear all kind of horror stories, different type of success stories. But what's your most favorite part, and what's the part that you least like to deal with?
I think my most favorite part is, of course, making music. That's something that, I feel like I live and breathe, and I get to, I'm blessed to do. I have always met some really amazing musicians and people who have become my family in these projects. Making an album is almost like having a baby and then having a marriage. It's definitely a labor of love, and that part to me is always awesome. And also just the live performance. For me, making music is almost like a form of worship. I feel like we go to church in our concerts. It's a blend of jazz, soul, R&B. You never know what you hear. And so that part of it is a lot of fun. I think the challenging part, and, I've had an epiphany lately that even the challenging part isn't as bad as we think it is. As any artist, you'll find challenges with raising funds for your project and, managing your social media and getting venues to book you and all of that stuff. But lately I've just had an epiphany that the more you really open yourself up and think positively about who you are and your art, as you're playing this music now, I think about, wow, I love the sound. A lot of the music that I make it for other people, sure, but I made it for me first, I made Black Girl for me first, because it was something that I wanted to hear on the radio. And so when I get a chance to listen back to things that I've created and to think about the process, and, I just realized that it's all a blessing. You know what I mean? You can work hard and you might have your challenges, but at the end of the day, I get to be a musician and go around and make music and make people feel good, and that's the best job in the world, I think.
Yeah, you get to touch a lot of people, and I was telling this one guy on one of my shows, and through your music, through your lyrics, your message, actually your spirit in those songs, and that's a way of ministering to people too. Like some people go in church. Some people say, well, I have a church, I have a congregation, and I have 1,000 people to come to my church. But Rajdulari, you touch thousands, you touch millions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Millions. So if your message and your song is talking about something, I mean, how powerful is that?
Yes, that's exactly it. And that's exactly what really makes me so grateful to be a musician and so grateful for this whole process because, in this day and age, in this world, with everything that's going on, like you said, you have to have some positivity. You have to have some uplifting ways to push through. And I think music does that and can do that. And I'm grateful. Some people, their talent is in the boardroom and being a business person or being a medicine person or a surgeon. For me, my talent is I get to sing and I get to minister to people and I get to provide some sort of healing if I can, So that makes me happy.
That's what ministers supposed to do. It's what you're supposed to do. I have a question here, and I don't know. It says, have you ever dealt with performance anxiety? I don't know too many artists that's never really dealt with that, but let me see how you handle it.
Performance anxiety is very interesting. Of course I have. I think every artist does, and I think the more that you care about a project, of course, the more you feel
it worse again.
Which is a beautiful thing because I think if you don't care, then you lose some of the magic that happens. Any artist that comes along that makes music for people, you want them to feel it. You want them to enjoy the process. You want people to get the message that you're trying to send. And so when you go on stage, you have that, I hope that they understand. I hope that they feel this as much as I do. But I find that if you lean into that anxiety and you push through it, it feels really awesome when you get to the other side. Like it just
listen, when you get to the other side, I mean, when I first started, that first second or two is, should I run off the stage or where's that guy with the long hook going to be at?
Right, exactly. I think all of us have had those moments, whether it's the first time you step out on stage or the first time you do a really major concert or, the first time you meet some executive and you just have to kind of put yourself on the spot. We all have those moments. And I think being an artist is one of the most challenging because, all that you have is your art, So when you go out there to pitch yourself to people, you're giving them your baby. You're essentially handing them your baby and saying, what do you think about this? But what's beautiful is that in that process, you just have some really amazing exchanges with people, and, you know, you meet amazing people. And when I got to go to London and talk with, like, Chris Phillips at Jazz FM, and for him to say, you know, Honey Wine is the top album, and we really enjoy your music, and, you know, something that I created in my little living room with my friends, you know, it's such an amazing feeling. So I feel like it's worth it.
Right.
It's worth the anxiety if that's what you get on the other side of it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because you can't get to the other side, actually, till you go through it.
Right. Absolutely.
One can't get there without going through it. How did you like London?
I loved London. I can't wait to go back there. I'm hoping to go back there once the third album is done. Truly, truly loved it. Beautiful place. I met some dope people. It's just an amazing vibe. I was so tempted to move there when we went the last time. But, you know, fortunately or unfortunately, I had a lot of shows that I had to do back in the States, so ended up coming back. But, you know, I'm always trying to figure out a way to get back overseas. We had such a great time. And we also played at the Biz Art Club in Paris, and just the band was phenomenal. The people were phenomenal. The audience was phenomenal. It was amazing. So, loved it.
I love it. I love it over there, because to me, you know, London and some of the other areas over there, I mean, they're audiophiles. I mean, they're truly into the music, and the whole vibe is just different. You know, it's kind of almost unexplainable unless you've been there. You know, the fact that you've been there, you know what I'm saying. You know, just how they appreciate the art, the music is totally different, like than the way they do here in the States. Here, they kind of want to compare you. Everything you do is compared to somebody else, better or worse. It's a comparison thing. But there, if they just love what you do, that's it.
Yeah, and I think that there's London and overseas, you know, London, Paris, any places international, they're almost what the States were before, you know, record companies and marketing got to the industry. And you know, not to say that there aren't beautiful, incredible musicians that come out of the States by any means, but I feel like there's such a commodification of the music now. I was watching this interview last night with D'Angelo and Tavis Smiley. I don't know if you saw that. It was like a 4-part interview that he did when he came out with Black Messiah. And he was talking about that, you know, the desire that you have as an artist to really stay true to yourself, because in the States, you know, they will put you in a box quickly. And, you know, I remember once I was doing an interview and someone said, well, who do you sound like? And then they said, wait a minute, no, you sound like Rajdulari. And I was like, that's the answer I'm talking about. You know, you can say I'm similar, right? You can say I'm similar to somebody. Much respect. I love all the artists that are out there, but I want to be known for being me. That's the best thing. So I definitely feel that when I go overseas, a little bit more than when I'm in the States sometimes.
Right. As you should, because I've been there. Have you been to Meetup yet?
No, but would love to go. I would love to go to Brussels, Belgium, you know, that whole area too.
Yes. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and play Honey Wine, because I want our listeners to put their ear on some more of your stuff, you know, because time be flying when you be having fun.
All right.
So everyone, you know what I'm going to say. Let the windows down, turn the air conditioner up, and put your ears on this. This is Honey Wine. Rajdulari, y'all.
And the taste of your skin, fresh like dew saying that I come with the real. I'm on fire. Touch me, watch me burn. Addictive love. I need a little more of yours. Give me just a little time. Love it when you're touching me. Let out when we're loving. I love you so. Love it when you're touching me. Yeah. This is how you make me feel when you're lost in love.
Charlie Starr here, and I always listen to I Am Indie with your host, Kay Diddy, on Blog Talk Radio every week.
Yeah. That was a nice song.
Charlie Starr here.
Wanted to play that again. How about that? So, Rajdulari, what's next for you? What are you doing next?
Oh, I have some shows coming up, and I'm working on album number 3. I just finished a really powerful play. I also am an actress, and so I just finished a really powerful play called Crowns here in the Colorado area, and we have some shows coming up with my band. My band is called the Rajdulari Experience, and we are performing this Saturday, actually, for a festival up in Colorado Springs, and then we are doing a really beautiful jazz introspective show on the 25th of October, and we're working seriously on finishing the 3rd project, and I'm hoping to travel overseas next year. So lots of good stuff happening. I'm really excited.
When you coming this way, when you coming to the West Coast, when you coming down toward California way?
Listen, I'll come as soon as people invite me. I'd love to. I really want to connect with some venues and promoters and things like that. We have packages that we can share with folks. Would love to go to Yoshi's and some other places in the area. So if you know anybody, let me know.
Oh, absolutely, because we're going to talk to your people. Have your people talk to my people about your acting.
There you go.
Because we have some film projects jumping off and all
great.
surrounding music. Matter of fact, anyway, I can kind of tell you. I'm doing a cooking show. It's called Cooking with My Homies, which is basically a celebrity-based cooking show, which is actually featuring artists from all genres that know how to, make some spaghetti or boil some hot dogs. Because, most of the time when you're on the road or touring, like I've been, we get tired of, Jack in the Box. We don't want to go in there. And most of us, our parents taught us how to cook something. And there's a lot of there's a lot of people out there who want to know what you know how to do, what your mama, your grandmama taught you how to do. Some of your fans. So, it's gonna be a great show. What made me think about it is one of my friends and artist I used to manage, a jazz keyboardist, Bobby Lyle. I don't know if you know about him, but he's a world-renowned keyboardist. He's one of the jazz artists that I'm going to have on the show. And then I have some R&B, some rock. So, yeah, I definitely like to talk to your people about that. So we'll get into that when we're off the air. But
that sounds
so
fun.
good.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're definitely going to enjoy that one because, people want to hear and see what you're doing. You get to play your new music and talk about what you got going on and see you go in there and burn something, too.
There you go. Listen, I make a mean peach cobbler and banana pudding now, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, we definitely gonna chop it up. But listen, I want to throw this one at you too, because we kind of touched on it a minute ago. How important would you say social networking is to you? Because I know, again, a lot of artists out there, they're into Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and all that stuff. But as an artist, how important would you feel that is to you?
It's interesting because I've been thinking a lot about this with a lot of my musician friends, and we've been kind of talking about it. I think there's been a change in the industry a little bit. I think social media is very important, but I think that sometimes, and myself included, I can be guilty of this. As an artist, especially an independent artist, you might say, well, I just need to put out content. And so you just start, putting out whatever it is that you think about in the moment. And the people that I really admire, like if you consider like D'Angelo or people like that, folks that I really admire, they're very specific about their content and they're very specific about the way they do their marketing. And I think it helps to tell a better story. When you look at folks online and their social media presence and their social media platform is really jumbled, and you see everything from the high concert they do to the French fries they had that day, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I wonder if the culture is shifting to more dedicated and more poignant marketing. And so I've been thinking a lot about that lately and thinking about ways to change up my social media to get greater reach and stuff. And so I think it's important, but I think how you use it and why you use it is really good as well.
And I think you stated it very well. Yeah, well, to me, I think you stated it very eloquently, as I might say, a lot better than I could say myself, because I happen to know some artists. I mean, they flood the market with so much material, and they don't understand that, the market is, people are kind of fickle. You got to kind of be kind of specific with what you're doing, just like you just mentioned. You know what I mean? Other than that, you're missing everything you're trying to do.
Yeah, and I can honestly say I have been guilty of it in the past. When you're an independent artist and you're really just trying to get your name out there and you're trying to get the word out, you think, okay, I need to post every little single thing. If I go to Starbucks and get a coffee, I need to post that. And while that might be good, and I think that for instance, if you're, my husband tells me this all the time, it's like if you're Shaka Khan or someone like that and you have like an established marketing presence for 30, 40, 50 years, then yeah, people want to know what kind of coffee you drink. But if you're an independent artist and you're really starting out, thinking about what your platform really looks like and what's the one message. If someone looked at you and had one sentence to say about you in your social media, what would that be? So that's what I've been really like marinating on these days, and it's been really eye-opening and really fascinating to kind of rethink the way that I've done marketing, because I've been doing this for such a long time. So, yeah, we can have long conversations about that.
Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense because one part of it is look at me, look at me, look at me, and the other part, our parents used to tell you that familiarity sometimes breed contempt.
Right.
It makes you common. Then if you common, then you ain't no different than nobody else next door. I mean,
Right. What does that do? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you're losing and missing your whole point. But I just want to say right here, Rajdulari, for those listeners that got with us late, you'll be able to hear the whole show in its entirety. So I don't want you to feel like you missed nothing. It's been some powerful stuff said, and I know there's a lot of artists out there that's trying to get into this business that we in, and there's some things that you might want to know, and you definitely need to practice your craft. You especially supposed to know your stuff before you step to somebody, because nobody's going to live your dream for you. And
Amen.
The old man says, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Absolutely.
Yep. So listen, we're going to play Miracles, Rajdulari, because I think that's what this world needs right about now. We need some miracles.
Man, we need something. I don't know what.
Yes, So everybody put your ears on this. This is Miracles, Rajdulari, man. We've been loving this interview. Y'all put your ears on this one. we're back with our guest today, Rajdulari, in the building, y'all.
Hey, I love that song. Thank you.
Yeah, well, like I said, you have some new fans out here now, and definitely we're going to be supporting you moving forward.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoy the music.
Yeah, well, I'm very, I'm very picky. From being an artist, producer, manager, the label, you know what I mean, and coming from the old school where we had to learn how to play, learn how to read music, So I'm very picky about the music. That's why a lot of times I listen to more comedy than anything. But I do respect a true artist, a well-rounded artist, and I like your music. I like your production. I definitely like some of the things that you said and shared with us on the show today. So I mean, it's just beautiful, and it's enlightening. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
great.
Thank you.
Great person, great artist. But real quickly, tell everybody where they can go get your music and stuff. We got about a minute left, so tell them where they can go get you.
Sure. Okay, y'all can find me on social media, all platforms, Facebook and Instagram at Rajdulari Music, Rajdulari, and my website is www.rajdulari.com, Rajdulari. And thank you so much for having me on your show. It's been great speaking with you as well, and hopefully I'll see you on the West Coast sometime soon.
Oh, you will. Trust me. We're going to get you out here. We're going to get me there. We're going to have a problem. Yes, okay. Well, everybody, like I said, the show will be ready in a few minutes. You can hear it worldwide, iHeart, Amazon, wherever you get your doggone music from. You don't have no excuse. And if you don't know where to get it, ask your mama, ask your daddy, ask the neighbor, ask the milkman, ask somebody, because ain't nobody going to tell you no different lie. But somebody know where to go hear the show so they can go hear this music, so go get it. And we're going to send you home with this one. This is Rajdulari, and this one's called Peace. So y'all go get this one and check it out. Put your ears on this one.
Oh, I'm going to be so late to work. Oh, my God, is that my train? Oh, don't close. Oh, man. This is going to mess up my whole day. I just know it. Okay, I just need to take a minute. I just got to breathe. I just got to breathe. I just got to breathe. Take a moment just to realize that you have the power to control everything around you, and that your peace begins from within. That peace that you get when everything is alright. Just breathe, it's gonna get better, no doubt. Don't have to have the answer, no. Just take this time and let peace inside your mind. Yeah, let it all, let it all. Said it's all about my peace, my peace, my peace. Can't take away from me joy, my joy. When you're on your job and your boss starts fussing, you know you did nothing wrong. You rush to catch the train, but it's gone and you're stuck. Well, just remember life can bring its challenges, that's for certain. Question is how you're gonna find your inner peace. It will come to you if you just breathe. You know that strength is within you. So how are you gonna keep your cool? Command your stress to leave.
keeping your cool. Piece by piece, that it keeps me strong. Peace, it's the one thing I can count on. You got no time for the pain, fear, stress, worry. Let it all go, too busy being scared, tired, doubted, and full of anxiety. When you know you must embrace your